Hey, I'm Vinny from SimTutor, and welcome to the series where I'll go over a small aspect of SimTutor and walk you through it, giving my tips and tricks as we go. Resuming the previous episode, we will now learn how to upload the image we made and use it within a hotspot step in SimTutor. In this lesson, we'll go over how to upload an image into a hotspot step, draw the hotspots, and adjust some hotspot settings. Let's get started. Alright, so here we are in SimTutor. So first thing we're going to do is add our hotspot step using this add step button to the top left and click on hotspot. I've just got a blank sim open here. I've just named it hotspot quiz step. And the first thing we're going to do to this hotspot step is just give it a name. Cool. So you'll see you just basically form fill this hotspot step. So the next thing we want to do is add our image. So that image is what we made from the previous episode. I've got it here in a Windows Explorer tab, and you can simply just click and drag this image into this hotspot step and it will upload. And you'll notice that as it uploads there, it also uploads on the in the library in SimTutor as well, so you can use it later if you want to. So say if I removed it here, I can just go here and click and drag this in here, which is nice. The instructions, which is next, we've got our instructions on the screen on this image, so we don't actually need the SimTutor instructions, so we can go ahead and delete these, and that will basically not make them show when the learner previews this or when the learner plays this step. So that's the idea we're after. We'll see this soon once we preview it. So basically that's everything. There's some additional details and navigation settings we don't need to worry about. We can just click onto the add button now, this little add button up here, and we can get into our hotspot editing screen. So here we want to add our hotspots. We have a square, a circle, or drawing our own. I've just clicked on the add a hotspot button here. I'm going to draw a hotspot the first time, and then I'll show you the other ones in a sec. So if you click on draw a hotspot, what you're going to do is click to place dots around the image to create like a polygon, which will be the hotspot, which is the place where we want our user to select. Notice that I'm giving a bit of a leeway room, so I'm not clicking on the helmet. I'm clicking just a little bit away, just so we can have a bit of room for error. Cool. Click complete. Just for the step as well, we're just going to make it so the hard hat, the huibers, and the boots are the correct answers, and this earmuffs incorrect. So we've drawn our hotspot around the helmet. So the next thing we're going to do is draw a hotspot around the huibers and then the boots. So to speed it up, I'm going to use a square, and you can actually just click and drag this, and it's like all hotspots are the same, but you can actually just rearrange this, resize this, anything you want around the image, and then that's done. Again, I could draw another square for this one, but what I'm going to do is duplicate this existing hotspot since it's pretty similar to this one here. That's what we want. So I'm going to go ahead and click copy. So in the hotspot properties area, which is a little blue thing here, you can click copy, and then you can click and drag this over the other image and then make it a little bit wider just so it fits the image. Cool. So that's basically it with drawing hotspots. We've got our 3 hotspots, but you'll notice that if I preview this, we've got the 3 hotspots there correctly, but if I click on one of these correct hotspots, it'll just say I'm correct and move you to the next step without having the other 3 ones selected. We actually want all 3. We want the user to select all 3 before it takes us on to the next one. So to do this, we want to go into the multiple correct hotspots button and check this. So this will ensure that the user has selected all 3 hotspots, or all the hotspots you've drawn on the screen before it takes you to the next step, before it marks you as correct. And I also remove the submit button as well. So what the submit button does, so if I select the 3 and then I click submit, if I remove the submit button, I just click the 3 and then it just takes me on straight away. So I'll select that and save that, and we'll preview this one more time, and you'll see the result in a second. So if I click on the hard hat, the huibers, you'll see how I've got little check marks for each of them. It doesn't take me on to the next step already. And then I can click on the boots. It'll mark me as correct and move me on. So cool. that is all there is really for a multiple correct hotspots. Quite a basic one. If you have any questions or anything, email us at info@simtutor.com, and we'll see you next time.